Hey friends, Sarah here with Boho Stitchery. Today's Tuesday. You know what that means. Tutorial Tuesday.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to teach you guys the stitch I'm going to show you today. It's one of my all-time favorite stitches. It is the moss stitch, which I have done videos on before. However, I am going to show you guys how to do the moss stitch in the round. Or it turns out like square, but it's called in the round because you go around and around. This is a swatch I worked up using some scrap yarn I had from Big Twist in this really pretty vibrant green color. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So let's get started. I typed up some things here for you guys to see. And just a couple of things to keep in mind when doing the moss stitch in the round. I would highly, highly, highly recommend using a hook that is 1 to 2 sizes larger than whatever the yarn calls for. So if you're using, like this is a worsted weight yarn, I normally would use like a size G or an H. I am going to use a size I today. And the reason for that is when you're making it in the square, or in the round rather, if your hook is too tight, you just want it a little bit looser because otherwise it'll bunch up and get twisted. So you want it to lay nice and flat and smooth like that. To do the moss stitch, if you don't know how to do the moss stitch, I do have a video over on my channel, my YouTube channel, that teaches you guys how to do that. So if you don't know how to do that, you will need to have that kind of down pat before you can do this in the round, because this is a little bit more advanced. It's not hard. That's not to say that a newbie can't do this, but I would recommend learning how to do it in rows first before you try to tackle it in the round. So to do this stitch, you will need to know how to do the chain stitch, how to single crochet, and how to half double crochet. Now I'll explain more about the half double crochet, because if you know how to do the moss stitch, you're probably looking at that going, wait a minute, you don't have to do a half double crochet in the moss stitch. But there's one part of this when you're doing this in the round that you do need to do the half double crochet stitch. So if you don't know how to do any of these, again, visit my channel. I have playlists where I post videos every Tuesday. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started though. I will jump right in here. Let me adjust this and get my tripod to work here. There we go. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to use a size I normally for worsted weight. I would probably use a size G just because I'm a loose crocheter. But check your yarn band on your yarn and see what it recommends. Okay, so to begin this, you can do a couple things. You can do a magic ring, which is what I'm going to do just because it's quicker. If you don't know how to do the magic ring, or you're not a fan of the magic ring, just do a chain 4 and join with a slip stitch. But I'm going to go ahead and do a magic ring just because I think looks nicer. Okay. So, and if you've done granny squares, then this is the same idea essentially. You're going to work in like a square in the round, but if not, more to come. I am planning on doing a video on how to show you guys how to do granny squares sometime soon. So what you want to do, you've got your magic ring or your chain 4 and a slip knot, whatever. You've got a circle here to work into. So we're going to start with a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So this chain 2 is our first corner. We're going to repeat that a couple more times. Chain 2, single crochet. So the first round you want to have 3 single crochets. Chain 2, single crochet. And I would also recommend, at least for the first few rounds, to use a stitch marker or something to identify the beginning of your round. Which I should have done that when I started here, but okay, so we did a single crochet, chain 2, that was the first corner, single crochet, chain 2, that's the second corner, single crochet, chain 2, third corner, single crochet. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets. Now here is what I was talking about with a half double crochet. Let me go ahead and let me find my stitch marker here, because I do want to mark the beginning just so that I know where I need to work into. So there's my single crochet, it looks like. I'm gonna pop my stitch marker just in there so I know where to work into. And I'm sorry guys, my cat has been jumping up on my desk and she's gotten hair all over it. Okay. So then this is where the half double crochet comes into play that I was talking about. Normally with the knit stitch, or I'm sorry, the knit stitch. I just did my knitting video, so my brain's on knitting. Normally with a moss stitch, you wouldn't use half double crochets, but when I'm doing in the round, this is what I recommend. You don't have to do this, but it does come out very nice and even on all sides if you do. So when you're at the end and you're getting ready to join back at the beginning of your round, where the stitch marker is, you're going to half double crochet. So normally we would chain 2 in between our corners, but to finish this last corner, half double crochet into your first stitch where you started. Whoop, I'm trying to do that on my tail. My goodness. Okay, not the tail, your ball of yarn. Half double crochet. Now it doesn't want to cooperate because camera's on. Okay, half double crochet instead of chaining 2, and see how square that looks already. Looks nice. Tighten that tail up. And now instead of continuing on in the round, because again you want it to stay straight and flat and smooth, you're going to turn your work. With granny squares, if you've done them, you would chain and just continue on and on. And I've actually gotten to where when I do granny squares, I turn instead of continuing in the round. But so you're going to turn your work, get your tail out of the way there. And now kind of have to stretch it out, but that's the stitch space you're going to work into. Normally when we start a new round, you would chain 1. With this project, don't chain 1. Just jump right in and do your single crochet into that corner. And that's also going to keep your edges nice and clean and straight. So this is a corner, and while technically we should do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet into the corner spaces, with the very first one, you're just going to do your single crochet and chain 1. You're going to hop over your single crochet here, and now we're going to go in and do the next corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, all in the same corner. And now we're on it. We need to jump over this next single crochet, so you're going to chain 1 into the next corner, again single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. We're on a straight side, so we need to jump over this single crochet below us, so we need to chain 1, go to our next corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. And now we are back over here into this corner. I'll take this out now. So this is the stitch we started with over here. Remember at the beginning we only did half of our corner. So we did our chain 1. We're going to single crochet into this space. And now to join our rows up, what we're going to do is we're going to half double crochet again. So yarn over, go into the single crochet that you started with at the beginning, and half double, and see that finishes the corner at the beginning. So again, to turn, and we're going to continue that all the way across. So in this first chain 1 space, don't chain 1, but we go into this chain 1 space, do a single crochet, chain 1, and then we're going to skip over this next single crochet. So on this very first corner, just remember you're going to start with a single crochet and a chain 1. You're not going to do the whole corner all at once like you do the other 3, if that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, please comment below and I'll be happy to answer them for you. But just remember you only do half the corner in the first corner. So we'll get back around to the beginning. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, we're back into a corner, so we're going to do the single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and I will meet you guys back up when we get to the end of this round. Okay, so I am back to my beginning of my round. I stuck my stitch marker back in there just so you guys could see better again. So in this space I did my single crochet. So remember, we're going to join our rounds with a half double crochet at the end. So yarn over, go into that single crochet that you started with, and we're just going to do a half double crochet. And that's it. If you guys have any questions, like I said, please comment, send me a message on Boho Stitchery on Instagram or TikTok. I can also get messages over there. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I hope this was helpful. I know it was kind of wordy and I did a lot of talking and not so much crocheting, but there was a lot to explain. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.